Hey everyone, so I wanted to just share just some tips on how to start moving towards the relationship that you've always wanted. Now, I know a lot of people on here are feeling stuck and they aren't sure how to start things off. So I wanted to share just one piece of that puzzle. Now, some of it may be familiar to some, but I want to share a new spin on some of these things as well. Now, for a long time, I was skeptical of what I labeled as hippie woo-woo junk. And what I'm talking about here is visualization exercises, mindset work, affirmations, and all those sort of things. Now, without going too far into this, I want to be very clear. I mean, this is real science here. This stuff works. And if needs be, I could explain the neuroscience behind why this works, but for now, just trust me. Trust me. So people who know me very well know that I believe that mindset is huge. And your mindset is basically, it's how you think and feel about your circumstances and then how you act on that. But I also want to, I also think that many so-called gurus out there aren't really giving the absolute best advice on cultivating a good mindset. If you Google improving mindset or cultivating mindset or concepts like the law of attraction, they'll instruct you how to visualize your goal, to see yourself where you'd like to be. Now, applied to marriage, this would involve mental exercises where you visualize having a happy marriage. You affirm to yourself that things are going well. You see yourself having the connection, the love, the romance that you've wanted. And the problem with this is that we still, the problem with this is when we run into those situations where we still have a long way to go before we reach that goal. This sort of, when we get to that point, this sort of visualization process, this exercise, for some, can seem disingenuous or fake. Now, don't get me wrong, it still helps, but it's not the most helpful until we refine this a little bit. And I'd like to introduce you to a better way to build motivation, to create a better mindset, to start believing that change can happen. And it's what I call scaffolding. Now, the concept is similar. It's still about visualizations, but it's different in that you're building yourself up to the end goal. And I'll give you an example. So, if the end goal was to have a happy marriage, and you actually had a detailed vision of what that actually means, what you actually want, but at the moment you're struggling, you barely talk to each other, and you might have frequent arguments, then it might be a little bit more difficult to visualize getting from point A to point B. So what you're going to do is you're going to build up and affirm all those side thoughts that are going to get you to point B, such as, you might affirm to yourself, you might visualize yourself saying, or you might say to yourself, I'm making progress every day. We are moving closer to the marriage that we want. My husband or wife is really making attempts at change. I support my partner in those changes. Others want us to be successful and happy together. They want to support our efforts. We're making this work through all the things that we're doing. We're becoming much happier together. And with all those affirmations, you think about all the different ways that they actually are true. You build up those thoughts, and eventually those thoughts become the reality that you're experiencing. The idea here is to build up our mindset in all the different circumstances that will get us to our end goal. So if we don't feel like we can really put ourselves in that position yet, that we're really, really happy, then we build up all these side things. our husband or wife really does love us, they do want to work on things, we really can change. We really can make some efforts. We really can find the time. We really can get a babysitter so that we can get out on dates or whatever. You're building up all the scaffold to be able to visualize that end goal, that where you actually are happy, you feel content with each other, you feel that love for each other. I'm going to be honest, this takes practice, it takes effort. This isn't something that you do once and then you're done. But if you can work these thoughts, these feelings that go with the thoughts into your day, your actions will absolutely follow. Your circumstances will actually absolutely follow, what you're visualizing here. Now, if you need help building up that mindset, if you're feeling stuck on those thoughts, we actually have our very own Heather Choate on our team to help with that. Now, she's an amazing mindset ninja with years of experience. So let us know how we can support you, and let's get you that thriving marriage that you deserve.